Hey guys, this is Christopher, and this is my first ever deck tech for this channel. As you can see, I play Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. I play a lot of other card games, which I will be doing deck techs on them also. But for right now, the first ever video, and we're going to be doing my Mono White Angel deck. First way we start out is one special land, which is Seraph Sanctuary. If you don't know what it does, tap it for one colorless mana. And whenever an angel enters the battlefield under your control, you gain a life. And when it enters the battlefield, you gain a life. Other than the special land, that's it. Otherwise, you're running 20 basic white mana, which are your planes. And you know what they do. Okay, then we're going to get to the stars of the show. The angels, pretty much. But there's two, maybe even three cards in here that aren't angels, specifically. First, you have an Emancipation Angel. It's good for if you have an enchantment on one creature and you want to move it. So that's your first angel. 3-drop. It's a 3/3. It's pretty good. Then here's one non-angel creature, which is Rox Faithmender. Rox Faithmender, whenever you would gain life, you double it, which makes him really good because this is somewhat of a life gain deck as well. Then you have one Seraph of the Sword. She has flying and when prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to her. So you can hit your opponent's creature, and kill it, but your opponent's creature can't kill you. Then you have, of course, an Angel of Jubilation. One angel you need in all angel decks. Flying, other non-black creatures, get +1/+1, and your opponent can't pay life or sacrifice creatures to activate abilities. Then we run 3 Serra Angels. Serra Angel is a very vanilla angel. It's 5 mana, it's a 4/4, and it has Vigilance. It's a pretty good one. Then you have one of my favorite angels, Archangel Athun. Flying, lifelink, whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on all creatures you control. It's really good to turn your 4/4 Serra Angels into 5/5 Serra Angels. Then you have Aegis Angel. Flying, whenever she enters the battlefield, target creature becomes indestructible until she leaves the battlefield. So you can put that on an Archangel Athun, and they have to kill this angel before they kill that angel. Then you have another non-angel creature, but it's a cool one, Luminant Primordial. 7 mana, 4/7, avatar with Vigilance. But whenever he enters the battlefield, say you have a big creature, I'm going to exile your creature and then gain life equal to its, I think, power. Yes, it is power. And then, last but not least, another one of my favorite angels, and that is Angel of Serenity. She costs 7 mana, she has flying, she's a 5/6, and whenever she enters the battlefield, you exile up to 3 target permanents. But whenever she leaves, those exiled permanents, or creatures, go back to the owner's hands. So she's a pretty good angel. She's kind of costly, though. Those are the creatures, and we're going to get to the instances. In this case, it's a lot. We run 3 silences. It's pretty much when I pass it, if I'm playing you and I pass it to you, I'm going to play this, and you can't do anything but except lay down land. You can still attack me and do normal stuff, but you can't cast spells. So it's an okay card. It buys you a turn. And of course, would a white deck be without 4 riot controls? Riot control, prevent all damage will be dealt to you and gain 1 life for each creature your opponent controls. It's a good card, especially if you're running against, say, slivers or a token deck like that. And you have 2 conjugates. Gain 2 life. Target player gains 2 life for each creature on the field. It's a good card. And then, last but not least, what angel deck isn't complete without an Angel's Mercy? 4 mana, you gain 7 life. Then we get to the enchantments. I kind of run a lot of enchantments in this deck, but my favorite has to be Genju of the Fields. I enchant the plains, I can pay 2, turn it into a 2/5 creature with lifelink, spirit creature with lifelink, and when it dies, and if it goes to the graveyard, it comes back to my hand. So it's a really nice one. Then we run for Divine Favors. Again, you gain life. That's the main purpose of the deck. But it does buff your creature too. So it helps. Then you have Call to Serve. Enchant creature, enchant non-black creature. Target creature gets +1/+2 and has flying and is an angel along with its other type. Then you have Blessing. It's 2 white mana. Enchant creature, enchant, and I pay 1. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It's good for those big game finishers. And then, last but not least, one of my favorite enchantments in this deck, 3 Angelic Accords. Angelic Accord, what it does, if you don't know, it's 4 mana, and at the beginning of either player's end step, if I gain more than 4 life, I get a 4/4 flying angel. That's when Angel of Jubilation comes in handy, because then you can make them 5/5s. Then we're going to get to the artifacts. One artifact that I think is really neat is Elixir of Immortality. Say you're milling me and I don't have a card to pull back, so just play this, and you gain 5 life, which is nice. Then you have Skyblinder Staff. Equipped creature can't be blocked by flyers, and it gets +1 attack. Pretty cool. And what angel deck wouldn't be complete without the Ring of Thune? Equipped creature has Vigilance. If it's white, during your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on it, which is really neat. Then we have 2 artifacts that give you life for playing white spells. You have Angel's Feather. Whenever either player plays a white spell, you gain a life. And then you have one just for you. Staff of the Sun Magus. Whenever you lay down a plains or you play a white spell, you gain a life. And then one of my favorite artifacts for my angels is Fire Shrieker. Equipped creature now has double strike. And that's pretty much it. Except for 2 cards, which are my sorceries. So we have 1 Solemn Offering. Destroy target artifact or enchantment and you gain 4 life. It's good for Angelic Accord because if they have an enchantment on a creature that buffs it, you can just pop the enchantment during your end step, you get 4/4 angel. And then last but not least, Defy Death. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. If it's an angel, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. It's kind of a win-win. You can get out a 7-cost creature when it's only turn 5. Or whatever turn it is that you're playing. Well, that's the main parts of my deck. Hope you enjoyed this. Future videos will be coming to you. And please subscribe and comment. Thank you, and goodbye.